right, what's up, guys? Finance Bro Podcast is back. I'm back in California, and we have Kyle here, my co-host. And yeah, we're going to be talking about finance, just everyday
money
principles.
on the internet, baby.
Ethically. Yeah. We have, so just start it off. Basically, we have been, switching our content strategy to more of a making money online type thing because we noticed that we only get about 10 to 15 views when we talk about investing.
Video.
Apparently, people our age don't really enjoy that kind of idea. They want to just make money so they can go out and buy Lamborghinis.
Which we respect,
I respect it. I don't want you to buy Lamborghinis when you're this young.
We'll make the investing content when we have actual money to invest, because right now we have like $500 between the both of us.
And let's, wait, what? You said you had $1,000?
Oh, I do. I'm saying like that we're legitimately like invest. It's not a lot. That's what I meant. It's like chump change right now, I think.
And Kyle did something very stupid in my mind.
Oh, I did? What did I do?
Tell him. You know what I think was dumb.
What? Invest it? What? Sold on my position? Oh, I started day trading? What? There's
no.
What?
What did everything we said that you shouldn't do?
Oh.
No, but the one play.
Which play? Oh, okay, so I'm going to talk about my play, right? So Tesla was doing amazing. I think it was on Tuesday, right? I think it was Tuesday.
Because they got added to the S&P 500.
I woke up and I was like, I checked a group chat that I'm in, a Discord. Shout out Danny Demon on TikTok. I'm in your Discord, bro. And everyone's like, Tesla. I was like, okay, cool. So I go in there and the chart's just like parabolic. Like it's just going up and I'm like, fuck it. So I go in and I think I dropped like $900 on an options play, like just one call contract. And it was up like literally, it went from 0% to 50% to like 185% in like 2 seconds. And then I was like, all right, sell, I'm out. Quick little scalp play on Tesla. But also I went in with literally my entire account balance basically. I have like $1,000 in my Robinhood account.
185%, you said?
Sorry, $185.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was like,
no.
That would have been like 2,000.
Yeah, that would have been insane. No, but yeah, literally, I YOLO'd pretty much all of my account balance on one call. That if it went the wrong way, if it started, I mean, I could have, cut profits and everything, but very risky.
Because I did a video doing options trading, and it's a lot harder to trade when you have like $100. Just because it's hard to find good
You can't trade those small caps or small cap stocks that have like no volume, like they don't make a lot of moves.
It's hard. Like I started out trading Snap, and then, dude, that thing. Oh, dude,
Snap's not fun.
It went down 20%, then up 10% in about a matter of like minutes, and I was just like, this is gonna give me nightmares.
It sucks because that's like the only way to like to quickly make money in the market, otherwise you're sitting on like 12% return over time with index funds and everything, but it's also the most risky.
And that'll segue into my idea. I told Kyle, well, it has nothing to do with my idea, but I told Kyle yesterday because I was on my way back from NAU, which is where I go to college. Speaking of, I just finished college this morning, so for the next 2 months, I have nothing to do.
Oh, you're done with your semester?
Yeah, I just did my last final.
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
Counting.
Do you go all the way up to like Christmas?
Yeah, pretty much. I think at the last day, my last day is like the 18th, I think.
Yeah,
December 18th.
I'm literally done like today. Like my last final was at 9 a.m. this morning. It sucked. But I got 93%. So big ballin', A in that class.
Wait, so you were saying?
Yeah, no. But basically, I was on the way back from NAU, and I was listening to a book called The Accidental Creative, which I recommended to Kyle. He probably hasn't got it yet.
Hasn't read it.
You know what? I don't know. I think you should wait on it.
Oh, I should?
I mean, I definitely have enjoyed it so far, but I think podcasts that summarize, the podcast that I shared with you, summarize like thousands of books into one, like just taking all of the best points and quotes from that book. Okay. Like that's what Dion does.
Right. Shout out Dion.
Yeah, so I listened to 30 podcasts of that podcast I sent to you, and I got a lot more than my hour of the book that I got.
I believe it.
So, but anyways, I was just listening to that, and then I listened to the podcast, and the podcast really inspired me like a lot. I was taking notes. I'll show you the notes later.
Oh, okay.
But he was just he always talks about business and personal development and all this other stuff, and then I was like what's stopping us from like having an ad agency for local businesses right now.
Dude, wait a minute. You're blowing my mind. This is like some crazy shit. This is not on record. We didn't like set this up. I literally for the last week was thinking about this whole thing with the YouTube channel and everything, and I was like, what if we start an agency? Like
No
for local
way.
businesses, like web design or ads.
No,
Dude,
no way,
you
no
gotta-
way. No. Web design was, I was like, I just made a website. I was like, I can practice making websites.
Wait, no, dude. No. What if we, dude, I can't even say that. I was literally like, okay, this is such a good idea. Like, we go to local business. We don't even have to make ads for them. Like, because we could literally say, here are like 4 or 5 different websites that we designed for other people.
Yeah.
Your website is old because most of these boomers have really old websites.
Boomers. Yeah.
Business owners. And we redesign it and then charge like,
Yeah.
dude.
That
What?
was my idea.
No,
Yeah.
I literally was thinking about it, but I was like, we really, we're committed to this finance bro thing and everything. But then I thought, what if we figure out a way to do both? Like, we have that, and then we use this channel to talk about our experience with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause we
that
could
was
do that
my-
and continue this podcast. 'cause
That
I
was
like
the
podcasts.
exact same plan that I had.
Dude, that is insane because I was literally having the same exact idea.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So I had a bunch of notes yesterday
Okay.
from like what I was listening to.
Right.
And I know we're like really we're really geeked at the moment.
Yeah.
But here's just like a statistic. So I want you to guess. I want the viewers to guess as well. Actually, it's kind of hard to frame it in a question. I'm just gonna say it. Never
Okay,
mind.
okay.
80% of the results that you get. In many cases, it's not every case,
Mhm.
but in many cases, when talking about business and among other things, I'll put into context soon, or like in a couple seconds. 80%, in many cases, 80% of the results come from 20% of the work. Now, I know that seems, when I was first listening to the episode, because a dude I listen to, Dion Does, that's his like name, well, Dion Williams, but that's besides the point.
Right.
What's it called? When I was listening to it, I was like, the title was called How to Do 80% Less Work, and I was like, this makes no sense. But when he puts into context, when you think about it, so when we do these podcasts, we get about, 70 views?
Oh yeah, it was way more than everything else.
So, and then we are now doing 2 videos a week, and we got about 15 views a video.
And we got like 2 new subscribers, I think, from it as well. I think.
Yeah,
right?
so, what's it called? We get like maybe 15 views a video recently.
Right.
So, if we were doing 2 videos a week, and we did the 1 podcast and 2 videos a week, that's 70% of the views came from 33% of the work. So it's not exactly the same, like ratio, but I feel his whole thing was you have to double down on what 20% of the work gives you the 80% of the results. So something like that may be like, say you're selling multiple products as a marketer, and you are selling like a bunch of little toy gadgets that are like $15, but you have this one big upsell that is $100, and that makes you actually a lot of your money. Like when someone buys that like covers you like for the month on your expenses. So what Dion is saying is basically to double down on that like upsell and just try to sell that instead of going so hard on the little tiny gadgets for to get only 20% of the results, when the big thing is getting you 80% of the results.
Focus on the winners.
But yeah, he explained it a lot better than I did. But basically,
No, it does make sense.
The big idea is to do a time audit. Hopefully, it doesn't pick that up that much.
It's fine.
Basically, do an audit of like whatever you're doing, whether it's business, whether it's YouTube, whatever, and figure out what is making you, 80% results with 20% of the work. And I feel like that's the podcast. So, what if we, tried to start like the advertising agency or agency, whatever.
Right. Whatever agency. Yeah.
And because the reason I thought ads was because like you have 4 years of video production.
Well, the greatest part about the whole agency too is that we don't even have to go to these like local businesses. I mean, we could if we really wanted to go all out, but a lot of them, they just want like Facebook ads where it's just a beautiful stock photo, you know, of like a doctor, like if it's like like let's say if it's like a dentist, you know, like a dentist, you're just getting a picture of them working on teeth, you know.
Yeah.
And then you're making a really nicely written like copyright,
yeah,
you know, copywriting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that draws the customer in, and then you have a funnel. You send them through the funnel, and then, that is something I need to learn how to do. I need to learn how to do how to do like Facebook ads.
Read Expert Secrets. By Russell Brunson.
Got it.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, bet.
I actually have the book.
Does he teach like how to do like Facebook ads and stuff, or is it just maybe how to optimize?
He runs something called ClickFunnels.
I know about that. Okay.
So his book called Expert Secrets basically teaches you how to do ClickFunnels and that
everything else you can learn on YouTube.
But yeah, I have that book, so I'll give it to you.
Right.
And I've already read it, but I should probably read it again. That was 2 years ago.
But yeah, like there's so much more, I guess, opportunity to profit and to build and to help people. You know?
Yeah.
To help businesses get more leads and get more money.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But that's crazy. Yeah.
I told him I have an idea, and then
that's what's so funny is I was thinking it was gonna be some other like way to like frame the business and stuff, and I was, but like the whole week I was like kind of just thinking about that the whole time. That is insane. That is exactly what you were.
Yeah.
Dude, too crazy.
What do you think? I was just like, oh, we need to do this type of video.
I thought maybe it was either going to be a new video technique, or you were going to suggest we kill Finance Bro and do something completely different. And it's like doing something different, but it's still keeping to like this, but also just reframing this, you know?
I like the podcast though.
Oh, I love the podcast.
I mean,
hope you guys like it too.
I just like the the views it got, honestly.
Podcasts are fun to make, you know? It's fun to like sit down with your friends and talk about stuff, yeah.
Like when I put so much work into that options video and it gets 25 views, it's just like,
it's like, like soul crushing. We gotta use TikTok more. I just need to make dumb TikToks, dude, all day. Charlie Chang, bro. You know who Charlie Chang is? Shout out Charlie Chang.
Wait, is that the girl that's all over
no,
For You page?
It's a guy.
Oh.
It's Charlie.
There's a girl that is all over our
Taylor
For You
Price?
page that does like online business.
Is it Taylor Price?
I don't know her name.
I think that's her name. She's pretty like popping on there. But Charlie Chang, he makes $400,000 a year on YouTube off of AdSense.
You know how much Graham Stephan makes?
How much?
You watched the video, didn't you?
I watched it.
He made 1.2 million
each year off AdSense.
Yes,
just AdSense alone.
He's made $3 million off AdSense.
How many subscribers does he have?
Like 1.5.
Dude, that's insane. Charlie has the guy that I'm talking about has like 181,000, and he's making that every year off YouTube.
How much?
181,000.
No, so he makes 400,000.
Yeah, 300 to 400,000 a year, and per month I think he said he's making probably like, math. 20 times 12.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, you don't need.
He's making a lot. He's making a lot per month.
No, yeah, that's pretty high.
You know, and the way he blew up was, he made videos about stimulus because that's like a super poppin' topic, especially like back when coronavirus. Well, I mean, it's still kind of going now, but that was a big thing. And TikTok, just shit ton of TikToks. And he has a BMW i8 that he like flexes all the time, and he like became known for that car.
I hope if we make a lot of money, we don't become those people.
No, it's all about the tastefulness. You know, you gotta be tasteful.
I wanna wear like just the same shirt.
I wanna wear this now, but just be like, my bank account looks better.
No, I wanna wear the same shirt every day. I want it to be really crappy shirt. I wanna wear dumb like just basketball shorts like every day.
I wanna wear Hawaiian shirts every day.
Like I like nice clothes, but I just want to do it for the fact of like
you don't know that he's actually like super baller.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Yeah. It's all about, because that's the thing, it's like, it's always the people you see like that, the real people who aren't rich are the ones who have all this stuff, you know? Some of them aren't, given, but like, you know, Rolexes and nice cars and huge houses.
See, watches hold value, so that's cool.
Watches are cool, and I try to sell you on that, but you're like, no, watches are dumb.
Well, no, I don't like them.
All of a sudden?
No, I don't like them personally, but I don't think it's not a depreciation.
It depends. It's not a depreciation. It depends on which one you get, though. You know, you have to be careful. But I mean,
even if it's not a great one, it won't depreciate that much in value.
And for me, it's not. I know it's a status symbol, but for me, I see it more as like it solidifies, like it's like a goal, and solidifies that goal that you've worked towards, like and it's something you can wear, like something that you can literally wear with you at any time, whether you're going out for a nice dinner or you're going to work out or swim, because a lot of them are waterproof, like stuff like that, where if it's something that you can use all the time, I think it's worth it.
I think it's better to have that than a car, you know? Like,
I think so too, yeah, because like there's cars they're depreciable assets. They're fun, you know, especially if you get like a really nice one, but there's just so much money you're leaving on the table when you buy it.
Yeah, we basically just need to, you know, or just like learn about funnels.
Yeah,
and then
I'm gonna learn how to do pixels, or
add copy.
a pixel, right?
Oh,
Pixels. I only know the terms, but I don't know like
you've
how.
I've never used one, huh?
Never ran a campaign before.
I have.
I want to learn how to do that. I need to learn how to do SEO optimization for Google and for Facebook.
So you want to run the Facebook ads for me? Okay.
I mean, I'm good with doing whatever. I'll graphic design.
Well,
all
actually,
day.
I should probably do that.
If you're better at it, then yes. We should work to our strengths. And,
yeah, you're definitely better at the, you know.
I'll do graphic design. I'll do that all day. I can just sit there.
I'm more
and go,
back end, you know. You're more, you know, the front end, like.
Put me on a phone call or something. Yeah, I can talk. You know?
Like video, pictures, all that. You know,
hey,
like what everyone sees.
Whatever works, and whatever makes us as efficient and effective as possible.
Yeah, let's hopefully let's like try to make our a goal, just like try to do this for one person by the end of break.
That would be good, yeah, for just one company, big or small, you know, just
probably not big. We'll probably have to do. Actually, we'll probably have to do it for free.
More than likely, but just to build like a portfolio, you know.
Yeah. To build our portfolio and to get testimonials.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
That's one thing I learned. But yeah.
But yeah, that's our.
Do you have anything else to bring up?
No, I think that's a pretty good, nice little way to end that segment off. But
yeah,
so that's what we're doing. You know, we're going to be building up to that. We're still going to continue to do this kind of stuff. We're still continuing the podcast, videos maybe once in a while and everything.
You want to talk about something or some of my notes?
Sure, let's talk.
Yeah, there's some pretty thought-provoking stuff in here.
Did you write this on the way back from?
Yeah, so I would like pause the podcast and I would put the like when I would want to say something in my notes, I would do the voice thing. Yeah, and then I would say it. So okay.
Let's hear it.
So one of the things is be wary of the company you keep, for they are a reflection of who you are or who you will become. So let's break that down.
The average.
Oh, that's
you're the average.
There's also another thing like that, but this is a little bit different.
Oh, it is?
Because it
sounds a lot like whoever you keep around you kind of become like, or you tend to act like. Which is very true.
Basically, it's like you're the average of the 10 people you hang out with the most.
Right.
But this is kind of thinking for future, like that's kind of like a current, this for the future. But another thing that kind of goes with that is your net worth will be the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. That's
how does that work? So like
because just when you hang out with, say you have 4 of your best friends,
right,
and
they're worth
say it's me, say it's Brendan. Brendan's a go-getter type guy. He's gonna be a firefighter. He's gonna be making good money. And then say we have 2 other friends that are just
killing it.
No, just doing terrible.
Oh, doing terrible.
Like they are wasting their life away. Mm-hmm. They didn't go to college, or they went to college and they have no idea what they want to do.
Right.
And they are going to be making $20K for the rest of their life.
Right.
Say Brendan's going to be making $200 for being a firefighter in California.
Right.
Say I'm going to be making $70 for just because that's the average of my degree in California. Mm-hmm. And then say the other 2 are making like 20 and 25 because they work at a grocery store at 35 years old and they are not making anything.
Yeah.
So what do you think you would be making? About 70 to 80K dollars. But say we get another friend that's a real go-getter, just because the thoughts that go, like the conversations that are held between me, you, and Brendan are really good, right? So we are thinking long term. We're thinking about what we want to do.
We're talking about business ideas.
Yeah.
We're talking about all that.
But the other 2, they might just be talking about stupid
Call
shit
of Duty,
like Call of Duty,
low stakes
video
stuff.
games, something that's not going to make
Smoking
them anything.
weed, doing
exactly
drinking. type of stuff, right?
Yeah,
Which,
so-
it's not bad to talk about those things, but not all the time.
Yeah, no, that's something you do on the weekend with the boys. That's cool. I mean, I don't
If you
smoke,
have
but-
time to celebrate.
Yeah.
If you have time to celebrate, celebrate. And if it's worthy, don't celebrate nothing.
But if those guys are, let's just play Call of
If
Duty.
that's all it is all the
let's,
time,
let's,
right.
let's play this game. Like,
It's
you're gonna be the
destructive.
average. You're gonna be the average. Like, Brendan's a real go-getter.
Yeah.
We're go-getters ourselves, but if we have two other friends that are not, we're not gonna be making that like type
You're
of
gonna
money.
slip it,
Yeah,
Because
so-
a lot of humans are very like pattern driven, but they're also group minded. If somebody else is doing something and it seems like it's relaxing and fun and oh yeah, that sounds cool, you do it, right?
Mhm.
And if that in that case, if it's self-destructive or if it's not productive, then you're gonna do that.
Of course.
So I agree with that 100%.
But yeah, that was a cool thing.
You should, but we should mention though, you shouldn't completely cut out like every single one of your friends that
Oh,
aren't like that.
you want to go
because-
deep?
Sure, we'll go deep.
All right, so another thing from the podcast that I learned yesterday is that there's circles.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
So
That's
you
my
got
point.
your inner circle. Yeah, this is leading. You just led me into this. So
segue.
there's an inner circle of about 4 to 5 people, and those are the what your net worth is going to be.
Right.
And then there's the outer circle, and those are your close. Basically, the way Dion described it is that they can speak into his life and he'll listen. Nothing.
Those are very big,
Like,
influential people.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like your mom, your dad, whatever. You say your sibling or your best friends, closest friends.
Right.
And he says that they're just allowed to speak into his life and he will listen. There's a little bit of a filtering process. Say they tell you to do crack, you're not going to do
Right.
crack.
You're not gonna
But-
listen to every word they
But
say.
when they speak into your life and they have something meaningful to say, you take it to heart. And then there's the outer circle where there's 10 to 15 people here, and it's just your friends, some people in our friend group and all that. And those people, when they speak into your life, you take it into account, but there's a big filtering process there. Say I don't want to name any names, but say someone from our group was just hey Zach, I think you should really just quit college right now. I think you'd be better without it.
I think you'd be a good trash man.
Yeah, I think you would do great in this 40K job. I would be oh, hold up, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to your pros and cons that you give me. But
But I also am not
there's a
going-
big filtering process there.
Right.
I'm not going to just do that.
You're not gonna just take that as the word of God.
And then there's that outer circle where these are just people who are affiliated with
Like
you.
acquaintances.
Yeah, acquaintances, exactly. And those are just everyday people. And you don't really listen to them that much. Say they say something, you're not really going to listen.
Right.
But yeah, so you don't cut those people out. You don't cut acquaintances out of your life.
Right.
You just don't
It's just
listen to
you're
their
not
advice.
around them as much.
Yeah, you just don't listen to their advice. Stuff like that.
You got your friends to play video games with. You got your friends to party with. You got your friends to make money with. You got your friends
Yeah.
who can do all of those things congruently, which is you and me. I think we can do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's important not to completely, because I think a lot of people, they get wrapped up in, especially the hustle culture now online, where I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a boss, bro. I'm gonna go get this money, I'm the average of, and then they cut all their friends out, even the ones who are very well-meaning and
Oh,
they're just they're friends, they're good friends to have, and they go way too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It's very important to be balanced. I think.
See, you do need to cut some people out of your life.
There are some people,
But
right,
that is
of
a very
course.
limited situation. Most people should just be acquaintances.
Yeah, and because that's the thing is, it's I think it's way less destructive and more beneficial if you don't cut them out, but you just spend less time.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of like cutting them out, but
No,
there are
there's
people
some,
who you can't spend all your attention on.
a very limited few where you have to cut them out of your life. But a lot of people, you just keep in that acquaintance circle, and you hang out with them every once in a while.
all
But you
good.
want to be spending the majority of your time who are with people. This is another thing: 33% of people who are ahead of you in what you want to do, 33% of people who are on your level, and then you spend 33% of your time with people who are below you, mentoring them. And that's more for when you get into business and
When you're actually kind of being a little,
when you're
a little
there.
bit more successful.
But I mean, we should be spending time with people who are ahead of us, and that's why I kind of try to talk to Tracy a lot, who's the head of ecom at L-Space, to learn about what I need to do to further my career. But I might even ask her questions on this stuff we're trying to do,
It's all
because
related,
she's just a
you know?
mentor.
Yeah.
So you got to spend time with those people.
Makes sense.
Okay,
I want to check if it's still recording, Loki.
It definitely is.
It is, but I'm just. Oh, it's like 20. Then we're gonna roll again. Okay.
I don't think we're gonna go for much longer.
I know. Yeah. We'll probably go for another like. What,
all right.
minutes.
I know I've talked a lot, so do you have anything?
No, I love that points. I love those points. And I don't know. Because for a while, I think I was very much like opposite of that. I thought that's not true. You know, like I was so anti.
On which point?
The fact that whoever you spent the most time around, you know, you're the average of the 10 people. I didn't really believe in it at first, to be honest. Because I thought, you know, how, you know, yeah, I'm my own person. I can, like, you know, manage myself. But then you realize that, like, a lot of change is subtle, and a lot of things that you do as a person is like, you know, you don't all of a sudden overnight become like a total loser, unproductive, like stoner, you know, pothead type guy. It's a subtle, you know, change to that. But the thing is, and that's why it's almost worse because it's like that, because you don't notice that you're changing, and it will just slowly become part of your life where you'll start doing that, and then you'll get to like way too far gone, and then you'll realize like, oh fuck, like, what have I done? You know, I've listened to all these people who didn't really care about my well-being. They just, you know, wanted to have fun, and they want to party, and they want to, you know, do stuff that is reasonable sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great point.
I'm surprised that you didn't like believe in that before. Like,
well, because I
think about it.
I remember reading some stuff about it on Money Twitter, because a lot of Money Twitter talks about that. Shout out Money Twitter. Shout out DoLab, baby. Love you, Do. But I remember this one guy in there was saying how, like, and this is where I realized, though, I think I was misinterpreting it. He was talking about how it's okay to have friends that aren't in your I guess your line of work or line of hustle, or where you know, they're not in the same area that you want to pursue, right? So they're not always like talking about business or talking about ways to make money. You're talking about trying to level up your life, you know. But I think I misinterpreted that as like, well, okay, then I can have I can just be friends with everybody and hang out with whoever I want all the time, and it's all good. But you kind of have to pick and choose, unfortunately.
No, it's like different sections. So like, say you would want to have. We both like business, so that's like your business section, and it's all about personal development. So having a girlfriend, that's like development in your relationships,
right.
And also your parents are mentors, so they're teaching you about life. It's all about having people in different sections in your inner circle.
Right.
So I have my parents; they're like my mentors for like life. I have you and like Brendan that are like it's like business and
like hustling to like get up in life.
And we're trying to make it in life. And then there's like other friends that I have. You know, I don't want to exclude anyone. So,
right.
But there's other friends I have that are just like, you know, relationships that help me with my relationships. So
it's important.
And you know, I feel like Amaya helps you in more ways than just like a relationship with a girlfriend.
Oh,
like
for
relationships.
Sure. She's like my biggest critic.
With everyone.
In the best way, you know?
Yeah, so she helps you with just your relationships in general. But yeah, so.
I love it though, yeah.
Definitely, it doesn't need to be all focused on business. You need to be focused on personal development.
Oh, totally.
A lot.
Because, you know, if you're developing the best possible version of yourself, the money, the relationships, all the good stuff that you think you want, it'll come your way. You know, you'll attract it to you.
If you're only focused on business, you're only going to be strong in business, and every other area of your life is going to be built on sand. So
for real,
without a strong
good foundation, concrete.
Your house is going to sink if it's built on sand. So you got to have good foundation.
Oh yeah, engineering 101. We're not even engineering students.
Oh no, I just also heard that in the podcast.
What do you think of this? Because I was thinking about this the other day. What do you think of people who pursue degrees that are in an area like medical, well, in STEM, right, where these are high-paying degrees that are super specialized, engineering, medical care.
What do you mean?
Like okay, so those degrees, right? They're very high-paying. And they're very specific. You have to go to extra school for it, and you have to maybe not engineering, but there's some of them, you know. And these people go there because they want to make the money, right?
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily going into it because they either like it or have any kind of passion for it. They're only in it to make a lot of money and ideally be set up, right? But they're not passionate about it. What do you think about it?
Oh, that's tough.
Because I've had this big realization lately where I don't want someone to tell me I'm worth a salary. I want to do what I want. I want to do something I enjoy, something that will be around for a very long time, and something that I know that I can take pride in the work that I'm doing. That's a big thing for me that I've realized. And I feel like when some of my friends who are like, well, actually, I don't really know anybody who's an engineer, I guess. But like, if someone was like, I want to be an engineer, but they only want to do it for the money. They don't want to do it because they want to build like, sick ass bridges, or, stuff like that. I mean, of course, there's a balance, but it's hard, I think, to justify going into that, in my opinion, if you're just doing it for the money.
It's tough, because I feel like if you're not gonna like it, like
why do it? Right.
Yeah.
Why put all that effort, all the money, all the extra stuff? But then also too, it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and be totally like, well, you should only do what you love to do, because there are some things. Work does suck sometimes. Work is work. You have to do it, and to get to where you want to go, whether it's money, goal, whatever.
I definitely see. It's hard to know what you want to do at this age as well. To go into debt, especially when you're paying for it, to go into debt.
That's a whole nother rant.
No. It's all interwoven. It's all interwoven.
Yeah.
So to go into debt when you don't even know if you're gonna like it, like say you just choose to be a doctor, and then you get into it and you're 3 years in and you're like, well, I don't even like this, and actually I found what I want to do. When you go into debt that young of an age, like I've changed my career path 18 times, like
yeah.
So how are you just supposed to stay in that, like stay in a medical field when you know you don't want to do it and you're already $150,000 in debt? That's bad.
That's a better point, I think, than mine, because I think mine, I was framing it from the, it's people's fault, right? They're doing it because they want the money, but then also it's not, because it's really just the way the system works.
Well, yeah, actually,
you're just shoved into a
society's
system.
fault.
We live in a society.
I hate that type of thing. Like,
but it is kind of true though. Like
when you want to go like, what's the opposite of macro? Micro. When you want to go micro, it's like, parents are forcing their children to go and pick something, like, and that's a lot of stress, so they just pick like a high paying thing.
And the worst part is too, is like, at least I remember when I was a senior, I was so stupid, and but the thing is, I thought I was so like intelligent. I thought I knew everything. I know exactly the best option to do. 2 years into college, and I'm like, I think very little, if anything, similar to the way I thought in senior year of high school.
Yeah, definitely.
And but what's crazy is that we're making these kids, and we had to do it too. Where okay, pick something. Yeah. Pick something that you will do potentially for the rest of your life if you don't figure out something else, which we figured out something else. But like, so a lot of these kids, they don't have those revelations. They don't have those breakthroughs.
It's frowned upon to like even just take a gap year. Like,
and they're going to be undecided too. That's a big thing too.
Yeah. I feel like you should definitely everyone should go into college and try out every class. Like that's why gen eds are, I think, a pretty good thing. Yeah, even though I don't like them.
There's some. Like, do we really need an English? Maybe we need an English class. I guess it all depends, because we came from a good schooling system,
Yeah,
like, they set us up really well, and there's other schooling systems that aren't as, well.
Yeah, definitely.
maintained.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like English classes should be a thing.
No, for sure. But I'm saying in like college, where it's like, okay, like.
But should it be
I've
required
been
for
doing English.
everyone? That's the thing I don't like, is when it's required. I feel like people should be allowed to go and try everything.
Right.
You know? And some things you need to be in the major to like
That's
try
another thing. Yeah, you can't do accounting unless you're pre-business until at least I remember in community college, you can't do it till like your last semester, or your second to last semester, third semester of
Exactly.
college.
So like, what if you end up liking it?
You have to already be on a certain plan that you are relatively following along the guidelines for. So
we need to like.
There needs to be a big revamp, or it's going to become like you made this theory before about how you think college degrees.
Oh, it will be. I can't wait. Our business, we're not going to look at college degrees.
I'm only doing it because my parents told me to do it as a backup plan. And I'm like, okay.
No. I think it's a good thing to go to college, Dad. I didn't used to. I think it's a good thing.
It is good.
But it's not a good thing when you're paying for it yourself.
Yeah.
And also, like, when you don't know what you want to do. If you know what you want to do, it's a good thing. Even if you have to go into debt. Mm-hmm. But when you don't know what you want to do, and then you just go straight 18-year-old into college, you're setting yourself up for failure. And you know it's a bad thing? No, never mind.
Well, no, yeah.
I'll talk about with you later.
Off camera. But no, it's real. Like it's so crazy that we make kids, try to figure out exactly what they want to do for the rest of their lives potentially. and they have to follow a strict set of guidelines that you must adhere to. Otherwise, you're screwed. You're going to be a fifth year. You're going to have to.
Yeah,
take
if you
on
want
more
to
debt.
change, oh my God, you have to.
Good luck. You have to file
another year.
a whole application to say, well, this is why I want to do it, and blah 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 blah. Like, there's 16 million hoops you have to jump through just to change your major.
And
Let alone get a new plan and all this other stuff.
So yeah, college is definitely broken. It will be no longer a thing soon. I think 10 years. And have you heard about the college like debt being forgiven type thing from?
I've heard people talk about it, and I know with
It's
Biden
been gaining
being elected,
traction lately. And I think
what do you
that
think of it? You think it's
terrible?
Terrible idea?
Terrible idea.
Because if everyone not default.
Well,
sorry,
okay.
If all the loans just.
I actually did my
Danish.
digital argument on this topic in my English class. Screw English, by the way. But I got an A.
Okay.
But so basically, someone was like, someone has to pay for it on Twitter, right? This is the argument I analyzed. Someone has to pay for it, and then someone replied with something that is true, but there's a but. They just the government could just not collect on student loans. That is a thing that could happen. And a lot of people make the argument that this would stimulate the economy because people won't be in debt and they will be able to spend things on other things.
Maybe.
But there's a big but here. And this is something that people who want to forgive debt don't think about, is that revenue will be gone from the government. And now the government doesn't want to just lose revenue, so they will start taxing us more. And I know they're already going to do that with Biden's new plan, and everyone is going to get taxed. I don't care who under 200,000 people aren't going to get taxed. You are going to make less money with Biden's tax plan. I can guarantee you, even if it doesn't come in the form of a tax plan, the economy will do bad. But anyways,
No taxes. Libertarian.
the economy is
Abolish
going to
taxes.
continue to grow. Don't get me wrong. But there's a but. It would have grown more under a different president. But here's the thing: if we just forgive everyone's student loans and just don't collect, and no one has to pay for it, we are going to need to make up that revenue in other ways and more taxes.
Well, and what about all of the private? Well, okay, is it only government-issued loans you're talking about, like federal
Yeah.
subsidized type stuff?
No, there's also private loans, and those
That's what I'm
would,
saying. The private loan industry collapsed.
those
Done.
would need
Never
to not
again.
collect either.
So they would collapse.
Yeah.
You literally, that whole industry would just down the
You
toilet.
can't just, like-
hundreds of thousands of jobs, millions even, just gone.
Yeah,
overnight.
all those
Which,
jobs definitely.
I guess it's a double-bladed sword. You're helping one group of people, but then on the other side,
So, but if people were to just forgive student loans, it's all gone. We just won't collect on it. You have to make up that revenue because that's already priced into the government's like plan.
It's priced in, baby.
Yeah, it's just like stocks. It's already priced in.
It's already priced
so,
in.
but yeah, it's just not a good idea.
College is just this time in this day and age. It's just very interesting.
And
It's very interesting.
some people that I follow on Twitter that you also follow, I think you're gonna know who tweeted this, was like, they basically said, telling people to not go to college when they don't have the money is basically telling poor people that they can't go to college. Do you know who this is?
Bernie Sanders.
No, it's a friend
Oh,
of
is it?
ours.
Oh, it's somebody who we know.
I think you know who it is.
This is my girlfriend.
No.
I thought it was my girlfriend.
No.
Who is it?
I don't know. He might watch this.
He?
Yeah.
Well, shout out. Oh,
He probably
is it
doesn't.
Spencer?
Yeah.
What's up, Spencer?
What's up, Spencer? No, he knows my
No,
thoughts. on
Spencer's base, dude. He knows it.
Um,
He's cool.
What's it called? But yeah,
He's
so
woke.
he tweeted that, and I was just like, well, you're putting yourself in a far bigger hole by not going to college, and the amount of returns that you get, honestly, is getting rarer and rarer. That it outweighs the amount of debt you're putting yourself in, and just success in life in general. I
I just think it's like, you know what? I've always abided by this. Do what you want to do. Do what you think.
That's the good thing about
gonna be the
America
best.
is we have choices. The thing when you start to go to socialist type things.
We're getting political up in this.
This shouldn't be political. That socialism is bad.
All
It
right.
shouldn't be political.
Okay, let's tie it back to economics. What do you think of the gold standard?
What do you mean?
I don't know anything about the gold standard. I saw this Teen Titans Go episode where they broke down the gold standard. It was actually really
Okay, so break it down for me. Like the idea, at least.
Beast Boy did it. He said, so like basically there's gold, right?
Yeah.
and America was like, gold's really cool.
Uh-huh.
We should make this the standard upon which our currency is backed, right? The American dollar.
Mhm.
Okay, so that means there's a lot of value in the American dollar because it's backed up by gold if it fails,
Okay.
right? Gold.
Yeah.
Gold, the gold standard. So, I don't remember what year Nixon was president, but Nixon was like, hey, fuck the gold standard. Get it out. We don't want it anymore. I don't know why. He just was like, boom, document done. No more gold standard. So now we're riding on just the American dollar.
Oh.
And a lot of people think that because we've up to 2020 have been no gold standard, there's not. It's just inflation based, from the American dollar, that it will collapse eventually, and that American money will be the American dollar will be worthless. Which, and
I
then
don't
cashless society, blah blah blah.
I don't
Bitcoin.
think that it'll ever get to the point where cash is worthless, but I think inflation's a real problem, and
inflation's real.
we need to get on the what's it called, Bitcoin wave, just because we can't keep printing money.
I do like Bitcoin. I used to be a really big Bitcoin hater. I used to think,
Dude, it's been rising.
I know, dude. It's
Remember
going
when I made
parabolic
that
right now.
video?
Oh yes, I did, dude. That was
I bought
insane.
$100 worth of Bitcoin. It's like
How much is it now?
145. So
Not
if I
a bad
put
return.
If I put 1,000 in, like I literally said, I was like, it's gonna happen,
Well,
and
what's
it
it called?
happened.
Rayhan, shout out Rayhan at IDK Vlogs. He was telling me that he was talking to his dad about Bitcoin.
No free publicity.
No free publicity. We're gonna censor.
I'm kidding.
No, but we were talking about it. And he was like, yeah. I was telling my dad that we wanted to buy like I don't remember how much he said, like $15,000 worth of Bitcoin. Like he was like, let's do it.
That's like
let's do
one.
it. Well, no, back when it was worth like maybe like 3,000 per coin.
Oh,
And it went parabolic. It went like 19,000. And like
it's back to 16 right now.
it's gonna go again. Especially with all the talk and PayPal and all that stuff
Yeah.
with Bitcoin. But
Why didn't I buy
dude,
more? That's my
digital
question.
currency. I don't know. It's almost beyond my brain escape right now. Like I know how to like make pretty pictures on the internet and stuff, but
Yeah. I don't know.
I gotta do research into blockchain and stuff because I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah,
I've heard it's
I don't
amazing, but all interesting stuff. But
I think we should. It's been a while.
yeah, it's been a little bit. We're probably ranting at this point just about cryptocurrency and economic and the gold standard and shit we don't even understand or enough to talk
Yeah,
about. in
I've
detail.
never heard of that before.
I
but-
literally watched there was a Teen Titans Go clip on TikTok that. Anyway, yeah, it's really dumb. But that's it. I think that's all we have to say
Yeah.
today.
If you found value,
Make sure you
comments,
leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. If you're new, make sure you turn on the notifications, hit the bell as well.
I never say that.
Just in case,
You know,
want people to see our videos.
Yep.
Be part of the notification squad.
That's it.
And that is it. So we'll catch you guys later.
We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Later.
Excellent. Do you want to go to Chick-fil-A with me?
Yeah, I'm down.